face is a bad fight, that. When you get beat up, that is a bad fight. But if you can face the enemy and you can face him knowing that you're going to win, then that is a good fight. This is a God fight. This is a good fight. This is a godly fight. This is a Christian fight. This is a warfare fight. Are you ready for the fight? Are you ready for the fight? Are you ready for the fight? So we say, whoa, whoa, warfare, hey, warfare time. Whoa, Christian soldiers. Whoa, warfare time. This is a good fight. Let me tell you, the Bible says that you must fight the good fight of faith. This is a faith fight. Let me tell you something about the faith of the Christian. The faith of the Christian says, I am not sure what tomorrow is going to be like. That's the first thing that faith says. That I don't know the future. I don't know how tomorrow is going to go. But let me tell you the other part about faith. The other part about faith says, but with God, I am going to make it. That is the beauty about faith. I don't know what tomorrow is, but with God, I am going to make it. I don't know what the future is, but with God, I am going to make it. I don't know what my destiny will be, but with God, I am going to make it. I don't know how many of you gentlemen are here today wondering, boy, am I going to make it? My mother don't have enough money to send me to school. Boy, I'm not doing so well in my classes right now. Or, boy, I'm surrounded by some friends that are trying to pull me away. But I want to assure rather, every single one of you young men that are here today that you can make it. With God you can make it. I want you to just turn to about 3 guys around you, give them a high five and say, with God you can make it. High five them and say, with God, my own, just high five. Yeah, man, with God you can make it. With God. You high five anybody yet? Nice, nice, nice. So we say, whoa, Christian soldiers, whoa, warfare time, hey, go, everybody, Christian soldiers, whoa, warfare time, whoa, Christian soldiers, whoa, warfare time. You know, as I bring my little discussion with you to a close, I want to remind you that all of you are in a fight. That Satan is aiming after you to grab you and to hold you in his clutches so that you will be tied up and tangled up and wrapped up in the arms of demonic forces. But I want to remind you that this fight that you're in is a good fight. It is a great fight to be in. I joined this fight many years ago when I was your age. And this fight has worked out for me. It was a fight of faith because I did not know how tomorrow would have worked out. I did not know what the future would look like. I did not know what my destiny would be. I did not know what would happen to me in life in the future. But God touched me, and today I am what I am. You know, I used to hang out with some guys that were unwholesome in my high school. And they kind of made me like the leader. I was like almost like the Don of the little group. Yeah? And we used to go on with all kinds of things. But thank God, I decided to join the fight of God. I decided to become a warrior of the gospel of Jesus. And today it has paid off for me. I want to tell you about a good friend of mine who I saw at a church the other day. He's an elder now. That youngster was going wayward. He was losing out on life. But you know what happened? He came to know Jesus one Tuesday evening in my school. He said, Lord, here I am. And he accepted Jesus Christ. I remember, I tell people all the while about him. He was one of the best dancers in school. He was a part of a dance group that used to do the wickedest and wildest dance in the school. And they used to go to parties and dance. And then he was a very good sportsman. He played table tennis, he played cricket, he played football, and he ran. I mean, and him do all of them things there for the school. He was on all of those teams in the school. Popular, girls liked him. but he realized that he was fighting the wrong fight. And I remember one Tuesday we had a crusade at school. And when we made the altar call, the young man got up from out of his seat. The popular guy walked from out of his seat. And he came and he stood up and said, Lord, here I am. Many years have passed. I bumped into him the other day. I went to his church to preach at a crusade. And I saw the same young man. Guy's an elder now in his church. A real elder, you know. And he married one girl, one nice girl. The guy married to, you know. Yeah. One sweet Christian girl. Like them girl at the front right or so. And you know what happened? He grew up to have a wonderful, great family. And then his family, his children are just doing well. He was going wayward. He was going down Destruction's Broadway. He was going into nothingness. He was in darkness. He was going nowhere, like a ship without a sail. He was about to sink, but he met Jesus. And right when he met Jesus, everything changed. His future changed. He developed a life of faith, and God was good to him. I want to tell you young men something that are here today. If you just say, God, I give you my life. I give you everything. I give you my all. God, take control of me. I know that the forces of evil are tempting me. They are pulling me away from you. But God, here I am. Gentlemen, if you can just say like that, young man, here I am, that Tuesday afternoon when he said yes to Jesus, your future will be secure. Because God has a future for every single young man who says, God, here I am. God has a future for every single one of you, whether you're in first form or second form or sixth form. God has a future for you. So look at your friends beside you and just tell them convincingly, God have a future for you. Yeah, just tell them, God have a future. God have a future for you. God have a future for you. So let's all stand as we bring this to a close. Attitude now, because if you know that you're in the warfare for God, if you know say you're one Christian soldier, if you're not wrong with the devil, if you know say with God you are more than a conqueror, if you know you're a victor in God, I want you to give me the attitude. Are you ready? Come, everybody. Hey! Whoa! Christian soldiers! Whoa! Warfare! Hey! Warfare time! Whoa! Whoa! Christian soldiers! Whoa! Whoa! Warfare time! Hey, we're soon done, you know. We're soon done. But, brethren, you can't enter the place after you know the principal at JC. You can't enter the place and just go answer and just... No. That is when you become, you know, really official and you have big posts in the society. But like how you dance, you know, as some young man who want you flex with me, who want to give me the ideas and the rhythm, who want you move to the rhythm and come now, gentlemen. Hey, and whoa, Christian soldier, whoa, warfare time, whoa, everybody, hey, Christian soldier, whoa, whoa, warfare time, whoa, yeah man, whoa, whoa, warfare time, whoa, 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 you know. I wonder if them girls can sing louder than all of the guys them inside there. You think you can manage them? You think you can manage them? All right, test them out now, girl. Come, let me hear you. Una alone. Come. Whoa, whoa, Christian soldiers. Whoa. I wanted them. All right, all the money in the place. Ready. Whoa. Everybody. Warfare time. Whoa. And the last time, you know. Whoa. The last time, warfare time. Warfare time. God bless you. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
him younger than me, you know, say younger than me. No, man, him younger than me, man. I'm convinced. Younger than me, man. Younger than me. Great experience, though. Great testimony. Great
I'm not
testimony.
younger than you, man. I'm not younger than you.
Put your hands together one more time for Dr. Reverend Stephen Samuels. I'm going to invite Ray Anthony Chin from KC. KC, man, them there to, to come and make a presentation to him.
Fortis.
Dr. Stevenson, on behalf of the Passion and Purity Male Chapter, I present this gift to you. Thank you for the excellent presentation that you have made to us, and I thank you for that. And I hope that we meditate on it every day as you go. Thanks.
Thank you, man. Bless. Yeah. Bless.
And I'm going to also invite Mr. Ruel Reed and Shamari Brown from Right Yasoa Yard JC. He's going to come and make a presentation to the principal here, so put your hands together for them.
On behalf of Passion and Purity, I would like to give you this token as a gift of appreciation, and I'm sure your words today will be something we'll be meditating on.
All right, all right. All right, Christian soldiers, whoa no day! Whoa no day! Hold on, who no day? Who no day? Are you alone? Are you alone? Whoa no day! Yeah man, yeah. All right, you see all of the man them down the back. I want to tell the man beside you, say, your brethren, we are go up there, say, you know. I want all of them to come up further. All of them. I want everyone to come up closer. Yeah, man, come up closer. You see, all the man, I'm afraid of number 2, that's not real, man. Any man afraid of number 2, you're not real, man. If you can't say number 2, you're not real, man. Well, on, we have mashed down some things here so today. If you can't say number 2, you're not real, man. I'm a trained teacher, and sometimes, Reverend Sam, when I'm in the classroom, and you want to carry on with the listener, you want to say 1, 2, 3, you have to say 1 twice and second. I'm not talking about, man, I'm not something you learn for count. Eh? Real man, not afraid of number 2. Hold on, tell the man beside you, say, brethren, real man, not afraid of number 2. Yes, so tell the brethren, them say 1 by 1 and 2 by 2. We are come up here, sir. So when I come closer, and I see a lot of man still sitting very far. Come closer, man. Come closer. There are no homophobics here.
The splendor of a king, clothed in majesty. Let all the earth rejoice. Let all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide. It trembles at his voice. It trembles at his voice. our God. Name above all, name above all, worthy of all praise, worthy of all praise. My heart will sing, how great is our God. Oh, how great is our God. Sing with me, how great. Sing with me, and know it's me. How great, just how great is our God. Yeah. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all will see how great is our God. Oh, how great is our God. Sing with me, how great. Sing with me, sing with me, how great is our God. Oh, yeah. How great is our God. How great is our
Come on! Everybody stand with me. Oh, we see how great is our God. Come on, let the men worship. How great is our God. Sing with me. Oh God, and oh, we see how great is our God. Can we sing it one more time? Come on, somebody lift up the name of Jesus. How great! Yes, it's our God. Oh, sing with me how it's our God. Oh, we see. No. Right now. Oh, God. Hallelujah. Mighty God, we praise you. Mighty God, we worship you. Put your hands together for the Bulmer's Boys choir. Tell the man them are going with things. The man them are going with things. True worshippers glorifying God. Man, you never feel the anointing, man. Woo.
Boy, you know, Travis, I'm not lying no still. I really think I'm going to give up this Christian thing, you know.
What you say, what?
I think I'm going to give up, man. It's too hard for me. I can't really manage anymore.
You? I said that? No. Talk to me straight. You, I say, you going to give up this Christian walk? You who did this before me? Me walking in your footsteps and you tell me that?
Yes, this is what I feel I go through, right? I come to school every day. If I not get beat up, somebody accosts me. I go to 2 shoes. It kind of hard, man. I think say now, I'm going to just make a change and see if it can work for me, you see me?
Make what change? There's no other life except the life in a God.
It's easy for you to say, you know. I know you will get the beat up on them thing there, you know, and me.
No, but remember the Bible say, no, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
That's right.
Man, that's not what I say, no.
So
You see, this thing, I read the Bible enough, I understand, but I don't see no night come true in my life.
No. Reading the Bible, you know, and applying it to your life different. So, no. You have to draw up the passion, you know. Because, you know, the enemy we do, he will try, him can't understand, him don't know what you think, you know. But he will put up barriers. And I'm try to block out certain things from you. Block out, cover the entrances to your soul. And try to prevent you from knowing the core meaning of what the word of God has said. And I know you know it, you know.
I know how I say. I know how I say. It's because, as I tell you, I in the word enough. But my problem is, how come I get all of the persecution and I not see nothing I get better?
No. You think so? You alone. So you know if you say me I go treat too? Listen to me. And you alone want to be doctor. In fact, I want to specialize. I want to be a gynecologist. That is more years. That is more money. I love that feeling because you know I love ladies. I know that the only way I feel say I can do something good for ladies. I'm more in that feeling. And you just want to be a general practitioner. That is just what more money for me. And you feel so me have the money, me not have no money. But I have to hold on. I have a passion for it. I have to hold on. I have to hold on. And it look like here won't die out. Where is your passion?
You see, I always talk still. I waste my time. Because I don't make up my mind, you know.
Waste your time?
Yeah, I waste my time.
And it's now waste your time for hear the word of God?
Yeah, I'm gone.
Where you go? God, I leave him in your hands. Take care of him, God.
I really want to be down there on your level, but the TV people want me up here. But I really want to be where I can look you young men in the eyes and say to you that God is no respecter of persons. And everything I have done with the passion that God has placed in my spirit, you can do too. So I want to just take some time and share. I don't have the abilities of Dr. Samuels. You know, I went to Meadowbrook with him, and I may talk to you about him in a little bit too, because I really shouldn't have him as a friend in my life, you know, but I want to just share with you. I don't know if you have a Bible with you today. I want to share with you from the Word of God, and then take the opportunity to lead you to a place where I can ask you, where is your passion? So I want to get you to the book of Matthew chapter 5. And in verse 35, Jesus gives a very, very important speech. And it's that speech that I bring forth today to share with our young men. You know, most times I go to schools, I can be on the floor and I act like a crazy man running to, you know, they're robbing me of that today, but I'm going to talk into your life. Because passion is a very important thing. So Jesus says in Matthew 5:35, a man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things. Someone say good things. Good things. I want to hear you, gentlemen. Good things. Good things. But he says an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. Someone say evil things. Evil things. Now, we all live in Jamaica. And right now we're in a country where every year we have about 1,500 murders. It's to the point where I believe we don't even think about it when we hear that somebody dies anymore. But when somebody dies, there should be an irking in your spirit. Is there somebody here with me? When somebody's murdered in our country, we shouldn't feel like it's nothing. But because it's an everyday thing in Jamaica, it's like just another one. Hello? Our neighbor gets murdered, it's just another one. Our friends get murdered, it's just another one. It happens in the school, it's just another one. But Jesus is saying, hold up a second, where are the people with a good heart? How many guys in here have a good heart? Because I'm going to relate today that your good heart has something to do with your passion. Or your evil heart has something to do with your passion. There's somebody here with me today? And so we have to determine where we're going as a people, as a country. And we need to determine where we're going with the young men here that can change a country. Because Jamaica needs a group of young men that will stand up and say, I am ready to change Jamaica. Hello. I don't know about you, but I came back from Cayman because I got tired of seeing the stories in the paper. I got tired of seeing the stories on the TV. And I said, somebody has to rise up and say, enough is enough. Is there somebody here that will say, enough is enough? Is there somebody here that will say, I'm going to be that young man that's going to rise up and say, I'm tired of what's happening around me. I'm tired of what's happening in my school. I want to declare enough. Come on, somebody say, enough is enough. It cannot change in Jamaica until the young men in this room here today say, I've decided that I'm going to be the good man. I've decided that I'm going to be the one with a good heart, because there are too many evil hearts around me. And we want to look today in the next 20 minutes at how you can be that person of passion. So I want to use a theme then, bring it forth. Well, when I wrote on bring it forth, I said, boy, you know, I'm in Jamaica, so I have to act like Steve Sanders every once in a while and throw in a Jamaican theme. So I said, Lego your passion. Hello? So turn to someone beside you and say, Lego your passion. Lego your passion. Because Jamaica needs a young man to Lego your passion. Now, you heard my bio. When the gentleman was asking me and he's looking through my bio, he says, Money Express, money transfer, you're one of the franchise owners. I said, no, I'm the owner. I'm the owner. And I want to share with you about a passion because young men in here can rise up and become owners. Young men in here can rise up and be leaders and not followers. Young men in here can rise up and say, you know what, I have something in me that others need to have. And that's why I'm back in Jamaica. I came back here. I don't like being up here, you know. Let me tell you something. Can I share a secret, gentlemen? I was making just over 10,000 US a month before I came back to Jamaica. In fact, in 2003, I made 150 US. But it's not about bragging, because I could have made more. But I come back to Jamaica and I don't think I'm going to make 15,000 US for the year. But it's about passion. Because passion is not about the money. Passion is about what you believe. You know what I'm talking about, somebody? So let's look at something here. How do I find my passion? Where is your passion? And I took the time to look at some things, and I realized, according to the dictionary, that passion has to do with emotions. The emotions as distinguished from reason, intense, driving, overmastering feeling of conviction. For some, this is an outbreak of anger, and not necessarily bad anger, because I want some anger to rise up in this place today. Hello? Some anger about the crime in Jamaica, some anger about the sin in our camp, some anger, hello, hello, hello. We want some young men to rise up with some anger. Passion is, it has to do with an outbreak of anger, ardent affection, love, a strong liking or desire for or devotion to some activity, sexual desire, hello? An object of desire or deep interest. So I said, Lord, what is it that we're going to talk to these young men about passion? And the first thing I realized is that as I saw in the books, I said, passion has to do with happiness. And I realized as I looked at it, I said, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man not because I used to make 150,000 US a year. I'm a happy man because I'm doing the things that I'm driven to do. I'm a happy man because I can give up everything that made me an icon in another country to come back to say enough is enough in Jamaica. And what we want to do today is find the young man who says, I'm happy. And if you're not happy, to give you a reason to be happy. So is there somebody here today that's happy? Is there somebody here, you know, the song says, maybe I should give Steve the mic and say, if you're happy and you know it, raise your hand. If you're happy and you know it, raise your hand. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, raise your hand. Yeah, man. See, the thing is, a person without passion or a person going in the opposite direction from their passion can never be a happy person. But I want to get deeper. There's something about the passion that I want to hit on today, and it's called values. It's called working with the heart. A person with values. So Jesus says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things. So I said, well, therefore, our values drive our life experiences. Yet amazingly, most of us aren't even aware of what these things are. So take the time to be clear about what you value. Now, some of you said earlier today, I'm a Christian. So I want to say, if you are a Christian, your value says, I don't need a knife when I get angry. Come on, young men, talk to me. My Christian value says that when somebody does something to me, I don't need to knock them down or run them over with a car or call a gunman to shoot them. Hello? You see, we can have a passion that says, I'm going to hang around guys that do bad things, but because I have a value system inside of me, because I have a system inside of me that says, I'm not going to tolerate slackness. I'm not going to tolerate evil because I'm a good man. I'm not going to tolerate the bad ways because I'm led by the Spirit of God. Because those who are of God don't go ahead and mash up a man's mouth. So when I hear the principal talking about things that happen in the school, I say, young men, you cannot just head out because you have a passion that's filled with anger and fear, or a passion that says, somebody does something to me, I know how to rough them back up. Your passion is led by your values. And your value says, your value system says, you know what? I don't need that knife. I don't need that gun. I don't need the gang. Because we find that young men are driven to gangs. We find that we want to be around the protection system. But because we have that Christian value, or because we have that sense of the leadership of the Holy Spirit, we're not worried about how do we react. Because our passion says, I'm an example to the world. Our passion says, I want to see change in Jamaica. Our passion says, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight the number of deaths. I'm not going to be a part of the crime. Because I have a belief in me. We heard Steve say, fight the fight. We heard him encourage you. But I want to say to you, you can't fight the fight if you don't know what you believe. You can't fight the fight if you don't have a conviction inside of you. The thing that saved me as a young man, can I be honest with you? When I was your age, like your age, I used to have hundreds of girlfriends. Sometimes when I go to some place, like 30 guys in the room, I say, you put all the girls you've had together, they can't add up to the girls I've had in my life. Holy God. You know, I just felt I was it. I was playing football. I played football in the States. I played cricket in Jamaica at Sunlight Cup Champions. I played table tennis at the collegiate level. I had a passion for sports. I was one of those guys that just felt I was it. Hello, anybody feel that way sometimes? Like any girl you want, you can get, and you prove it. Hello? No, I prove it. So you tell me the truth. That's how I felt. I felt anybody I want, anywhere I went, anywhere in the world, Sweden, South Africa, Canada, England, anywhere, Jamaica. Once you name girl, she belong to me if I say so. And you know what? No, I wasn't the couple 100 pounds I am now. I wasn't the 300 pounds I am now. Huh? I was a 6 foot, 175 pound guy who believed that the world was mine. But you know the difference, gentlemen? I had a mother, which I still have today, that took her 4 boys into the room every day and put principle into our life, values into my system. So though I had respect for women, I wanted women. And I hope you all want women and not men. So it's not about having a problem to say that you love women, huh? Because my mother did say there's nothing wrong with going out, but just go out with a group of men and a group of women. And she did guide us, and she said, but the problem is don't go and have sex. And she did say, don't go and get yourself messed up because there's AIDS and there's responsibility and there are children and there are bills. Hello? Am I talking to somebody? So she did put something into my life, but it didn't stop me from loving women. It didn't stop me from having a passion for women. But it came to the point where I had a value system. So though I had all of these women, and I'm talking about thousands of women in my life, and I'm being very open and very frank, yes, hug, kiss, pet, touch. But there was a value system that said, no sex. Steve, I don't know how I did it. I had thousands of women in my life, but because of a value system, no sex. I didn't have sex with any of those girls because, yes, I mean, mind you, it depends on how I still went too far. I still touched, I still petted, I still did things that I really shouldn't have been doing. But because I had a mother that instilled principle in my life, it came to the point where I even had to go back and apologize to some of these girls because I learned from her later on that you're a gentleman and you can't treat women the way you do. So it's hard for me when I come back to Jamaica and I see the way men treat women. It's hard for me to relate to my Jamaican men, brothers, when I see the way we treat women. Because there's no value in our system. There's no goodness in our heart. We don't believe that we are gentlemen anymore. So when I get to a door and I open a door, it's like the women don't even believe that a man should open the door for them anymore. Because the value systems have changed. But in this room, whether you're from JC or KC or you're from the best school in all of Kingston, right, Steve? Meadowbrook High School. And let me tell you, I soon hit on Stephen now because we went to Meadowbrook together, but boy, I tell you, he's a wicked man. No matter where you're from, the fact is, in this room are young men that have the possibility, the probability of saying enough. Because we have a value system that says we can bring change to Jamaica. We have a value system that says we are different and we can make a difference and we can influence and not be influenced. Because we have made a determination. And the thing is, everybody talks about peer pressure. I had peer pressure. My contemporaries were having sex. Some of them had children before they were 17 and 16. In fact, what is happening today? What is happening today? For girls, and there are girls in this room, there are over 2,500 Jamaican girls every year under the age of 16 that have children. There are over 2,000 Jamaican girls under the age of 15 that have more than one child. And you know why they have it? Because of boys and men like us. Not necessarily like us, but Jamaican men, Jamaican boys. But in this room, hello somebody, in this room, in this place, at this school, there are young men that says, I'm different. There are young men with a value system that says, I'm not going to be like everybody else. I'm not going to listen to the crowd. I'm going to set the pace. I'm going to be a leader and not a follower. Is there somebody here? Boy, oh boy. I haven't even touched on anything I brought with me, but I tell you, values. Someone said values. Someone said my heart is a good heart. It is the heart that makes Jesus happy. Because the good heart brings good things, the evil heart brings wicked things. And we must work. And what I really hate about Christian countries like Jamaica, I really hate countries like Jamaica sometimes. We're a Christian country. But you look at a Muslim country, they believe in what they believe. You see, because they know what they believe and it's their system, it's their life. You guys must know what you believe. And when you know that you know that you know I'm a Christian, or you know that I have a good heart, you will not tolerate an evil heart beside you. You're not going to tolerate your friends dominating your discussion. You will dominate the discussion. You're not going to tolerate them talking about sexing up every girl, child around the place. You will talk to them about having respect for women. You're not going to tolerate every foolishness because you know, you see the Islam man believes and they preach what they believe. But the Christian people like to be silent. It's time for a radical group of young Christian men to rise up in Jamaica and say enough is enough. I'm going to dominate the scene. Somebody say, I'm going to dominate the scene. We must rise up. The man said warfare. It's warfare time. Your passion must rise. Your passion must rise. Let me just hit on a few things here before I close up. My passion was always cricket. Anybody here love cricket? You see, it's only a few who love cricket because the West Indies is doing bad now. But in my days, the West Indies never lose. And even when they were down to the final wicket, and Michael Holding is there and we need 30 runs to win, to see Michael Holding hit some six, some breeder six, whop off the Indians and everybody else, and the West Indies still win. It's not happening today, but boy, I tell you, in my days, we never lose a match. So my dream, guys, was to play for the West Indies. My passion was cricket, and my passion was, I am going to play for the West Indies. Now, I had a problem. My father had a passion. And my father's passion was, all of his sons had to join the army or join the cadet. So, I had a little battle. I couldn't be in the cadet and be a cricket practice. I joined the cadet because I'm a good boy obeying a good man, Bishop Blair. But I joined the cadet one day, and the second day I'm doing the about turn, and I go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, about turn, check in, 1, 2, 3, and I get it wrong. I had a commander by the name of Stevenson Samuels. And I want to tell you, I don't know if you remember, but it was either him or the other guy who could not tolerate me not getting the ball turned right. They don't understand that it's not my passion. It's a father passion. The father said everybody has to go and get disciplined in the army or the cadet. 4 boys. All 4 of us joined the cadet. But me, no passion. So, my punishment was stand up in the sun for 2 hours, Mr. Blair. Stand up at attention. Yeah, you see what I mean? I tasted the man wicked. Attention, Mr. Blair, 2 hours in one spot. See him there? But the thing is, I did my year or 2 in the cadet. I went on the mock wars, my first mock war up in Red Hills or in the hills behind the bottom field. A dozen was sting me and I don't know up to now how I reach home. I didn't belong in the cadet. Not my passion. But my passion was cricket. But one day I realized, you know what happened? I come to JC, I go to Campion, I play Coast, I play Sunlight, but I couldn't maintain my place in the team. I was always the 12th man. So something was wrong with my passion. It was a passion to play for the West Indies, but I said, boy, you know, in those days you didn't have Michael Jordan telling you that he could make his high school team. So I didn't get the testimony that, well, if you can't make your high school team, you can still be the greatest in the world. But I tell you, my passion was cricket, and my place on the team was 12th man. So something was wrong. And one day, my father got some TV cameras, and I just got so intrigued about this TV thing that I found myself, instead of going to cadet, instead of going to cricket, I was going to church. The first church in all of Jamaica to start a TV program, 1983. And I was learning from these Americans on how to do TV. And I fell in love with this thing. I mean, when I talk about my passion for cricket now, I'm talking about cricket was deep. When I do 6 seasons in 1985, West Indies were playing Australia. 3 o'clock in the morning, 6C exam at 9 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock I was listening to cricket. But I gave up that passion because I found something new in my life. And it became a real passion. And this is what I'm going to, as when I close, I'm going to hit on a few things I want you young men to grab a hold of. But I want to tell you, that passion changed my life. Going to church every day as a 13, 14-year-old, giving up, hanging out with friends, or friends coming to my house and playing pool or table tennis with my father and myself. But going straight to church every day, learning. By the time I was 15, I said, God, if you're going to use me in TV, prepare me. Because I don't want to be just anybody out there with just knowledge. I want to be the right person for the job. And I started fasting and praying. And in May of 1986, I started fasting. I started throwing my tithe. I started giving. I started volunteering. And in August of 1986, a man shows up and says, I want to talk to you about going to Oral Roberts University. And I said, well, I'd love to go, but my father can't afford it because we don't have no money. He's a pastor, and pastors don't make money. You know what I'm talking about, Steve? And the man says to me, well, I'll give you a full scholarship. A full scholarship. 4 years to Oral Roberts University, and all I needed to buy was my Burger Kings and McDonald's snacks. Because they bought my food, they paid for my room, they did everything. Because I had a passion. And you know what my passion was built around? I said, Lord, if you develop this passion, I'll use the gift in the media to reach young people around the world. I didn't know that I was going on TV. I thought I'd be behind the scenes doing TV programs. I came back from college and I did a summer internship here at CBTC in 1988. And Miss Jean Barnes, John Barnes' mother, saw me and she said, I want you in front of the camera. I said, no, ma'am, I'm shy. You don't believe? I'm very shy. I'm very, very shy. I said, no, I will work behind the scenes. I will do things behind the scenes. I will produce programs. But I'm too shy. And she says, no, you're going in front of the camera. And she trained me. Sometimes I listen to the people on the radio and TV here in Jamaica, and I said, they need training. Because you don't drop your voice when you're talking. You project your voice. But people here don't project their voice. And she trained. And when she trained me, I didn't know what God was preparing me for. 5 years later, I'm in the Cayman Islands. I'm producing sports. I'm writing sports for a sports anchor. And out of the blue, he quits. And the boss says to me, you're the man. And I go, me in front of the camera? No, not me, sir. But you see, God has a plan. And if you can surrender your passion to God, watch God work. That's why the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. So what do I do when I find a young man that says, I don't know what to do with my passion? I don't know where my passion lies. I don't know what I'm going to do in life. I say, trust God. Because watch God work. Pray and ask the Lord. Because when I say, God, this is what I'm doing, I'm surprised. I'm in front of the camera. I'm the TV sports anchor. The next thing you know, everybody's inviting me to their house. Everybody's inviting me to their youth programs. Going to all the youth programs, all the schools, all the churches. The governor's inviting me. Can you give me advice on youth and sports? The leader of government businesses is sitting down with me and saying, I need you to run with me in the election because everybody like you. I didn't run with him because he had an anti-Jamaican stance, and so I didn't get elected. I ran, but I ran as an independent. But the thing is, there was passion. So, can I tell you something? When you have passion, it leads to purpose. When you have purpose, it leads to direction. When you have direction, it leads to being able to set goals. When you have goals, you can focus. And when you have focus, you have success. I have success because I started with passion. Amen, somebody? All right. So let me just hit on this thing here now to you young men and tell you what the facts of life is. The facts of life says, from the surveys in America, 75% of American young people do not know where their true passion is. They don't know what their life is about. 75% of people, therefore, are not happy. And you know what? That is why everywhere I go in the world, I just came back from South Africa 3 weeks ago, and I spoke at a youth conference with maybe twice the amount of you young people, and I met 5 suicidal young people. Everywhere I go, I meet young people that says, I've had enough of life, because they don't know why they're living. I don't know, I know because you're with somebody here, you won't raise your hand, but I'll ask a question. There's some of you here today they don't have a passion for life. You have no passion, you don't know your passion, and you don't know why you're living. That's why everywhere I go, I find young people, including young men, that don't know why they're alive. A girl said to me 4 weeks ago, when I was leaving South Africa, she said, I will never call you Pastor Blair. She said, I'll always call you, you saved my life. And the reason she said that is because when I met her, she said, my mother has 4 children. 4 children. She can't afford the 4 children. And I figured the best way to help her is to kill myself. I said the best way to help her is to get yourself educated and make some money and give her the house she desires. But you see, just like her, there are many young people, young men included, that say, I don't know why I should live. But there's hope. There's a reason to live, and there's a passion to be built in each of you. And I always tell people, young people, everywhere I go, 2 things. Actually, 3 things. The first one is your choice determines your future, but the 2 main things I tell them is, 1, I'm spoiled. God spoiled me. That's why I'm so blessed. But the second thing I tell them is God is no respecter of person. If God can spoil me, he can spoil you too. I thought I'd hear somebody shouting in this place. I thought I'd hear somebody saying, I want to be spoiled too. Is there somebody here that wants to be spoiled? Is there somebody here that says, God, I want what you have for me? Come on, guys. You see, God wants to bless you. But the devil wants to tell you that life is not worth it. But you can have a passion. So let me just tell you, how do I find this passion? The first thing is, 7 things I'm going to give you and I'm going to close. First thing is pray. Go back to Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6. If you're taking notes, write it down. What does God want me to do? Ask yourself, what does God want me to do? Trust in the Lord, all your heart, lean not to your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him. Secondly, ask questions. Become a child again and ask questions. Whenever you observe something that you don't understand, ask questions. Find out about things. Secondly, have that curious mind. My curious mind was, I want to learn about TV. Now look at me 25 years later. Just by watching somebody, I had that curious mind. I went and I learned. Thirdly, ignore what is cool. Ignore, just because everybody says they're doing it, doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because everybody says it's the way to go, doesn't mean it's the way you have to go. Hello, somebody. Just because that's where the crowd is, or where the peer pressure is, or where the gang is, that's not because, that doesn't say you have to do it. What does God want you to do? Where's your passion carrying you? Fourthly, this one is important. Someone said dabble. Do you use that word in Jamaica? Dabble in everything, dabble. What have I done in the last 15 years? I've been a sports anchor. I've been a TV producer. In 1992, the white men that hired me and offered me a salary paid me $500 US less than they offered me and gave me when I left Jamaica and went back there in 92, they gave me the wrong job. Right? They liked my experience, but they gave me the wrong job and gave me less money. So after 6 months of working with them, I maintained the job, but I went and I dabbled in something else called airline travel. 1992. I learned what it was to do travel booking. Dabble. What happens today? 13 years later, I was hired to manage a travel agency because the knowledge I have in travel I'm one of the master travel specialists in the Caribbean. Right? I'm a pastor, yes, but I'm a master travel specialist. What does that mean? I train travel agents. It means I train them in systems that others cannot train them in. Just because I dabbled in something else. What else do? I've been a prison chaplain. I own a money transfer company. I've been a youth worker. I've received youth awards, and I give advice to governors because I dabble in other things. You know what happens? Some people linger in things, and we need to teach them no linger. Some people linger in things where they're not happy. They have no passion for things. Hello, people. I find especially women, and we have some women here. They stay in jobs where they're not happy, and they don't have no passion, and they're bored, and they've lost their excitement. It happens to men. We need to say no linger. If you've lost your passion in something, don't linger there. Dabble in something else. And fifthly, When you find something hits your interest, try it. If you find that you love a sport, learn it. If you find that you love to do computers, learn it. Can I tell you another secret? The reason I got the job to manage a travel agency at first, after being away from travel for a while, was because I do IT. And so in her hiring me, she fired her IT person and she hired a manager who does IT. She called me, the owner of the travel agency where I work has called me every week for the last 3 months to ask me to come back to Cayman. Why? Because she's now had to hire an IT person who charges her $200 an hour. $200 an hour to work. And that was in my salary. So I'm going to close. Finally, associate with the people who share your interests. If you want to develop a passion for something, associate with the people who share your interests. Can I go back to values? Your passion, young man, you can't build your passion hanging around with people who don't share your values. You can't build your passion hanging around with people who are not going to fight your fight. So you have to make a decision. Some of you here are not Christians. And the reason today why you are where you are is because you've been afraid to say, God, here is my value system. Bring the right value system into my life. The reason why you're not Christians is because you've been around a group and you've been afraid to find yourself. I say today, take off your mask. Release your passion. Don't linger where you are. And watch God work. And to those of you that are saved, I say this in closing. Rise up. Rise up and let that passion transform Jamaica. Let that passion transform your friends. Let that passion transform our country. God bless you.
Well, come on, let's cheer on the man of God. Let's cheer on the man of God. Put your hands together for him one more time. Reverend Harold Blair Jr., I'm going to ask Aquino McLeod to come from Woolmer's Boys and make a presentation to our speaker.
Reverend Harold Blair, on behalf of the Passion and Purity, the male chapter, we'd like to thank God for sending you here and thank you for being here to speak with us. I'm sure that your words have sparked some initiative for us to fast and pray and seek our passion. Right? We thank you again for being here and we wish you the best of luck with your ministry.
Hallelujah. Put your hands together one more time. Hallelujah. Talk about a man of passion. A man of passion. And he wasn't boasting in himself. I hear him boasting in the Lord of the things where he was and where God has placed him now. And